Now, it's a lot of pictures in here too, right?
Great. I love pictures.
You love
Visuals are
pictures?
fun.
Oh, excellent. Pictures, there's effects, there's worked hard on this. I didn't do any sounds because I didn't want that to distract from anything, but you know.
All right,
Cool.
you guys are live.
We're ready now. All right. Sweet. So we did our president's debate Friday night. And as a nice little follow up this weekend, we have Dominic Jesse James here to give us a presentation on the presidents. So take it away, Dominic.
All right, here we go. I called this a presidential presentation. A few things you might not know because you might not know these things. All right, so hey there, how we doing? So today I want to talk about some presidents that were around in my lifetime. I could talk about, which is around this time, 1989-ish to now-ish. So I could talk about the dead presidents, but Jay-Z already made a song about that. So check it out. Go ahead, Google it, check it out. Okay, welcome back. So it's a good song. You'll thank me later. All righty. Now, where are we? Okay, so I'm going to talk about a little bit of the boring stuff. There's going to be some boring stuff in there for sure. But you're going to, if you sit down, grab a seat, maybe eat some popcorn, you're going to learn a few things that you might be able to use if you're ever on an episode of Jeopardy. All righty, here we go. From, what was that, 1993 to 2001, you have this man right here. William Jefferson Blythe III, aka Bill Clinton, was born in Hope, Arkansas, and served as our 42nd president of the United States. Never meeting his father because he died in a car accident 3 months before he was born, he assumed the name Clinton. But when he was 15, he officially changed his name to Clinton instead from Blythe to Clinton. All right, While his mother was in school, mother was in school becoming a anesthesiologist. He was raised by his grandparents. All right, so in Arkansas, 42nd president. We got that one. In Arkansas, he served as governor from 1979 to 1981. And then he lost the election in 82 and then served again from 1983 to 1992. Preceded by George H.W. Bush, they were actually the only two consecutive presidents to be left-handed. Another thing they have in common, they're tied for the fourth tallest presidents in history, and they're both 6'4", but they're both 6'2", but according to women, they're probably 5'10". Let's see. All right, now some more interesting facts. He also won a Grammy Award for the reading and audio recording of the book My Life, which is actually his autobiography. He's actually the youngest person to be president, and the first of the baby boomer generation. All right, so while at he's an alumnus of Georgetown University and has a law degree from Yale University, where he met Hillary Diane Rodham, who he later married and had a daughter with, who was then referenced in Rush Hour with this line by Chris Tucker: $50 million, who do you think you kidnapped? Chelsea Clinton? So that was true stuff here. All right, now, as a child, Clinton played the saxophone and excelled at the saxophone. And he was actually had a seat for, and excelled as a saxophone player. And he held a seat in a state band before he decided to, change his ways and get into political stuff. Now, we know that the saxophone is a very seductive instrument. And according to one intern, he played the saxophone a lot in the Oval Office. Also, Bill Clinton was on a song called World Class Sex Rhymes with Kid Rock featuring Snoop Dogg. Now, it's a very sexually explicit song, and we know that was not or is not what he's all about, depending on what your definition of is. Okay, now we're going to move on from 2001 to 2009. we have this man right here. George Walker Bush served as our 43rd president. Some call him Baby Bush because him and his father are one of the only two father-son presidential duos. The other was the second and sixth president, John Adams and John Quincy Adams. And there they go right there. All right, so after the great recount of the November 2000 election, which was done by what we can assume is a bunch of Florida men, he became the 43rd president. Also, interestingly enough, he is the only president with a master's degree, master's in business administration, and he got that in 1975 from Harvard University. Who knew? This guy. All right. Also, Bush owned the Texas Rangers from 1989 to 1994, where he put in a new stadium in 1991, where he got the money from with a voter approved tax rise. That's where they got the money to buy that new stadium. All right. Also, during his tenure at Yale University, he was arrested for stealing a Christmas wreath from a hotel. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. All right. Yes. And also, he charges were later dropped. Also, he's one of 4 presidents to ever be a cheerleader in college. The other 3, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, that's the high school I went to in Brooklyn. We have Dwight D. Eisenhower and Ronald Reagan. And he also holds the record for most shoes being thrown at him during a press conference by the whopping number of 2. So, I mean, we shouldn't remember him for like the shoes being thrown at him. We shouldn't really remember him for trying to go through the wrong doors all the time. Not even not reading the teleprompter properly. We should actually remember this guy because while he is happy that, yes, let's not remember him for the shoes thrown at him, for going through the wrong doors, and even messing up dozens of common sayings like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Well, fool me can't get fooled again. We should remember him because while he's happy for all the A and B students, he proved that even you, C students, can also become president. All right. Now, 2009, 2017. History was made when this man was elected the 42nd president, Barack Obama, in 2008. He's the first African-American president, and it's okay, white people. You can say he's black because, some people are a little shaky about that. So, yes, on that night, Barack Hussein Obama became 44th president, and he also attended Harvard Law School and graduated magna cum laude and was the first African-American editor of the Harvard Law Review. There he goes. Look at young Barack. Barrio, as they called him in college. All righty. And before his presidency, Barack Obama was the state senator of Illinois, and he worked as a civil rights attorney for the community organizer, lecturer, and professor. In 1992, he married Michelle LaVaughn Robinson, later known as Michelle Obama, and they raised 2 daughters, one of which actually goes to Harvard. And this gentleman has one of the smoothest finger rolls you'll ever see come off a presidential hand. All right, now, this man not only spoke to injustice against young black men, but he also let lots of people know in the black community that it is okay to enunciate your words and to speak with flawless diction. How cool is this guy? This guy, a story came out of him smoking weed in college, and like a video even came out, and he didn't run from it. He admitted, yeah, I smoked weed in college. Key and Peele made a skit over it, and then he appeared multiple times with Key and Peele on stage. It's got to be pretty cool. Some more fun facts. He's born in Honolulu, Hawaii, but also lived in Indonesia with his mother and stepfather in the late 1960s. In 2000, he ran for a seat on Illinois' 1st District and lost to former Black Panther Bobby Rush. Is this your king? It's the Black Panther line, in case you know. So, yes, lost to Bobby King. Bobby Rush. Lost to Bobby Rush. This your king. Okay. He also hasn't liked ice cream since he worked as a teenager, worked at a Baskin Robbins ice cream joint. his first job, and since then does not like ice cream. Also, each year where he won the presidency, he was on the cover of Time magazine. So that's 2008 and 2012. And he's also given these not racist people the excuse of, hey, I voted for Obama twice. Okay. Now we move on. This guy, 2017 to 2021. Fingers crossed, hopefully. So another color barrier was broken. He was our first orange president to be voted, to be elected in 2016. Donald John Trump has appeared in many shows, many TV appearances on the show The Apprentice, where we long to hear him say, "You're fired," and also appeared in movies such as Home Alone 2, Zoolander, and is known for other notable phrases such as fake news, alternative facts. I like fake news. That's my favorite. And also, he not only has all these great sayings, he also has the defense against the COVID-19, which we learned is Clorox. Got to ingest some Clorox. That's it. Or get a little Lysol IV. And Clorox cocktail, Lysol IV. Yes. Trump has many affiliations with political parties. So back in the early 80s to 2009, he was a Democrat. In 2011 to 2012, he ran as independent. And from 2016 to now, he's a Republican. I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like the story of Anakin Skywalker going to the dark side. More fun facts about this guy. So he doesn't drink or smoke because his brother, who was older than him, died of a heart attack, and he was heavy into drinking and smoking. So anything you can say, anything this guy says, you know it is of sound mind. Let's see, what else? His last name was originally Drumpf. That's the family last name, but it was changed for some reason during the 30 Years' War in the 1600s. Donald Trump also owns and operates 18 golf courses around the world. And then he also attended the New York Military Academy. Now, when they asked about this, the New York Military Academy replied, "Whose man's is this?" If you guys don't know, that is a common phrase in New York when you're trying to pass off somebody. Yeah, you guys get it. All right. Yes. Whose man's is this? Now, we know that since the assassination of JFK, that presidents have not been able to ride around in cars with the top off because it's a safety hazard. But I've been hearing that if Trump gets reelected in 2020, that it will be maybe brought back. I don't know. One can hope. Well, it might not go his way this election because a lot of right-wing protesters are out there protesting the quarantine. So these guys known as the Ku Klux Klan may not be around this November. And I don't want to talk too badly about a sitting president because I heard there'll be hell to pay. Hell, like his hair hell to pay. I saw that on the sign in New Hampshire for the caucuses, and I thought it was funny and wanted to reference it. All right, well, I hope you guys learned something about these presidents in my lifetime. And again, I'm Dominique Jesse James, and you can see me all over the place. So let me know if you want some more presidential facts or if you have any questions. No problem, Sean. You're still on mute.
There we go. Oh, hey, thanks, Dominique.
No problem, sir. Thanks for having me.
Cool, man. Yeah, so it's going to be up on YouTube. It's up there now. We're probably still talking live on YouTube right now. So thanks for everybody that's watching. And yeah, if you want to grab the link, you can share it wherever, and we'll post it to the group. And Sarah's back. So are we done live streaming, Sarah? We are? All right, cool.